So we will start, as we usually do, with Mangalacharana prayers. I need to be empowered to share the screen. Okay, thank you. We can do as we usually do. I'll sing the Sanskrit and you can read the translations. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Doshna. Yes, please, go ahead. We are not kidding. Okay, if yes, somebody else can read. Mehak, you like to read?
Hare Krishna, I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. When Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, gave me shelter under his lotus feet.
And you? Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Vishakambitamscha. Kishori.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and unto the feet of all Vaishnavas. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami along with his elder brother Sanatan Goswami, as well as Ratunath Das and Ratunath Bhatt, Gopal Bhatt and Srila Jeev Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, along with Advaita Acharya, Dadadhar, Srivas, and other associates. I offer my respectful obeisances to Srimati Radharani and Shri Krishna, along with their associates Shri Lalita and Vishakha.
Thank you. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Damini.
O my dear Krishna, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the gopis and the lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Thank you. Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Hitika.
I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavana. You are the daughter of King Vishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna.
Thank you. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Lakshmi.
I offer my respective obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desired trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen soul.
And you, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gunguna Sudani.
I offer my obeisances to Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srinivas, and all other in the line of devotion.
And you, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for coming punctually for today's class. Today we will be exploring the second part of chapter 11, the universal form. We saw a summary of the chapter the previous day. You have it in your handbook on page 44. So far we did up to text 31. We saw how Arjuna is asking Krishna to see his Virat Rupa, or the universal form, because particularly he is already convinced. So in one sense, he doesn't need to see it, but he is asking for the benefit of others. And also this will give an indication for those who claim to be God. People who will hear such claims can question those claimers to show the universal form and to practically demonstrate their power as God. So in this way, Arjuna is asking for the benefit of others. Although he may have some curiosity to see the Virat Rupa, and this was inspired by Krishna. Krishna told him, you cannot see me with your present eyes, but now I give you divine eyes. In today's section, if you did the reading, you may notice that divine eyes means the vision power of the demigods. So this can happen from higher dimensions. So then Arjuna saw the universal form, and he was totally astonished because he saw past, present, and future, everything at once in one place. All the living beings that exist and have existed and will exist in the future in this material world, he could see them at once. And he saw the destruction of the soldiers in the battle of Kurukshetra, how there were very terrible flaming mouths in the innumerable faces of the universal form, and all the warriors were entering into the mouths like rivers into the sea, or like moths into the fire. So Arjuna was so astonished that he asked Krishna, I don't recognize you. Who are you? I was seeing you as my bosom friend, and now you have shown me this incredible, terrific form. Who are you? And what is your purpose? This is what we read and discussed on the previous day, of course with many more detail. And now in today's section, we will hear Krishna's response. Krishna gives the instruction to Arjuna to just become an instrument in the battlefield. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Just become my instrument. I have already done everything. These warriors, they are already dead. So you don't have to worry. You just have to fight. You will win the glory because it has been decided by me. Then Arjuna was very impressed and shocked by what he had seen. And then he started to offer prayers to Krishna as the universal form. He was begging forgiveness to Krishna for treating him in a very friendly mood, but now he's seeing how powerful Krishna is. He's the original person. He's omniscient, omnipotent, and he's glorifying him in different ways. And then Arjuna asks also for forgiveness and offers obeisances from all the actions again and again and again. So then he asks Krishna to please, he had enough, the universal form, please withdraw that terrific form and show me your original form. First, he asked Krishna to show the Narayana form with 4 hands, with the symbols of God, the lotus flower, the conch shell, the club, and the chakra. So first he wants to see the form of Narayana and then the original form of Krishna. And Krishna very kindly reciprocates with him and tells him that it is very difficult to first to see the universal form, and then even more difficult is to see the original form of Krishna. So we will see the dynamics of these 3 forms of the Lord, the universal form, the Narayana form, and Krishna's original form. And Krishna's form is the origin of the other 2 forms, Narayana in Vaikuntha and the universal form in this material world, that can be seen only by the mercy of Krishna. Only if Krishna reveals it, it is possible to see it. Yes, Krishna Priya Mataji.
Maharaj, can I ask a question in this regard, which you have just mentioned now?
Yes, you can, yes.
Maharaj, as you mentioned that Krishna says, Arjuna, it's difficult to see my original form. And then what was the form when Arjuna was seeing before asking for the universal form? Uh, is that what, like, we have heard from the scriptures that that form of Krishna was also Satchidananda Vigraha. His body was different from other. So what was that form?
Yeah, that was the original form, and that Krishna saw in the end again. It's the same form. But
Then why it is difficult?
hmm?
Then why it is difficult, Maharaj? If he's already even then other Duryodhana, other people were also saw that form before the battle of that the Kurukshetra war. So why it is difficult?
It's difficult for us, but not for Arjuna.
Okay.
Arjuna is
Okay.
Krishna's friend. So for him, it's like this. They are very close friends. Arjuna is the eternal associate of Krishna. So for us conditioned souls, it is difficult because unless we become pure devotees, bhakti ananya, we have only bhakti, then it's not so easy for Krishna to reveal himself. He will reveal only to pure devotees, very pure, very advanced.
Okay, Maharaj. Then that time, when other people were also saw that form, those were enemies to Krishna, like that the Shakuni, the Duryodhan, and all these people. So they were also seeing the same original form, or they were not seeing that form.
Yeah, they did see Krishna. Of course, some of them, they were envious, so they didn't recognize Krishna, like Shishupal. Shishupal, even though he was Krishna's cousin, but he was so envious, he couldn't recognize that Krishna is supreme. But still, Krishna gave him mercy. When Krishna killed Shishupal, he got mukti, got liberation. So, of course, I mean, we know from the Srimad Bhagavatam that Shishupal was one of the eternal associates of Narayana in Vaikuntha, together with his brothers, they were Jai and Vijay, the two brothers, the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, who by Krishna's arrangement had been cursed by the four Kumaras to come to the material world for a short period of time, for 3 lifetimes, to participate in the Leelas of the Lord. So in that sense, that's why, like, personalities who participate close to Krishna Lila are not ordinary personalities, even if they are demons sometimes, like some of them, but they are special personalities.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
So let's now we start with the reading. And we can read, we'll start reading verses 32 and then 33. Yes, Sagar, if you like to read.
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Dhanapradam, Maharaj.
Yes, please read Sanskrit translation and purport.
Am I audible, Maharaj?
Yes, you are.
Kalo tami loka kashya krt pravartato lokan tama hartam iha pravartaha ritimpi tvam na bhavishyanti sarve ye vastatitaha prate anikeshu yudha. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain." Purport. Also, Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmana, as stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.25. Yasya Brahma che kasatrim cha ubhe bhavata udhana mrityur yasya pasichanam ke itha veda yatra saha. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is the all devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that forms of all devouring time, except for a few Pandavas. Everyone who was present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be very
We lost you.
will be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them will be destroyed. For that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. That could not be checked. Even if he did not fight, in fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature.
Thank you.
Thank you,
This
Maharaj.
is an important verse that introduces today's section. Arjuna had asked, "Who are you and what is your mission?" And now Krishna is saying this universal form is the Kala Rupa, or the eternal form of time. And time has the function of destroying all the false identities in the material world. We shouldn't, of course, from our perspective in this world, it may get scary to think of this. Like Krishna is saying, I have come here to destroy everyone. Of course, in this case, was in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that Krishna destroys everyone, even the Brahmanas. Brahmanas may be very qualified, very spiritual personalities, but also will be destroyed because that's the nature of the material world. There is a beginning and an end. And this teaches us that ultimately this is not our real home. Our real home is, as Prabhupada will say, back home, back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world. And in this lifetime, what we need to do is to prepare to offer a service for Krishna, becoming his instrument, as we will see now in the next verse, for whatever mission he wants to fulfill through us. And then in the end of this lifetime, if Krishna allows, to go back to him, back to the spiritual world. So we can read the next verse. It's a very important verse as well. Hitika.
Maharaji, I wanted to read.
Yes, please.
Okay. तस्मत्त्वम् उत्तिष्ठ यशो लप्स्व जित्वा शत्रुं भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मय्यैवैतेन हताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव स्वयसाचिन्. Translation. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Swasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Purport. Swaya Sachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument. Nimitta Matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish person who don't have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance that for the conditional souls to go back to the Godhead, back to home, as long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature. They are conditioned, but anyone who can understand the plane of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of cosmic manifestations are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect.
Thank you. So, yeah, this is a very important verse because Srila Prabhupada is explaining the mission of the Lord. The Lord wants to give us an opportunity to go back to Godhead and to wake up from the influence of the Maya illusory energy and to recover our constitutional position, our original Krishna consciousness as eternal servants of Krishna. So that's ultimately that's the plan of the Lord, as Srila Prabhupada is describing here. And Krishna is telling Arjuna, you become an instrument to fulfill my plan. In this case, the battle of Kurukshetra had to be fought, and Arjuna's elder brother, Maharaj Yudhishthira, was going to become the emperor and to rule according to Sanatana Dharma principles. So this is important to keep it in mind. And as far we are concerned, we are meant to become also instruments in Krishna's hands to fulfill his mission. So we can follow in the footsteps of Arjuna and become Krishna's instruments in his mission. So now we can read from verses, translations from 34 through 44. Lakshmi.
Text 34 Drona, Bhishma, Jayadrata, Krishna and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. Text 35 Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. Text 36 Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing the name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfect being offer you their respective homage, and demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Text 37. Oh, great! One greater, you than Brahma. You are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respective obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God is God's refuge of the universe. You are the invincible source of the causes of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Text 38. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material most, all limitless of its form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Text 39. You are air and you are supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and yet again. Text 34. Audiences to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. All, oh, unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Text 41 to 42. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, on set or ate together, sometime alone or sometime in front of my friend. Oh, infallible one, please excuse me and for all those offenses. Text 34. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. You are its worshipable shape, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord, immeasurable power? Text 30, text 44. You are the supreme Lord of to be worshipped by every living entity. Thus I fall down to offer you are respectful obeisances and ask your mercy as a father tolerates the im- impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife. Please tolerate the wrong I may have done you. Hare Krishna.
And you. So in the purpose to these verses, Srila Prabhupada explains how we should understand the plans of God through the spiritual master and then become instruments in carrying those plans of Krishna and helping in to fulfill Krishna's mission. Then in the prayers, Arjuna, he is offering his glorification to the universal form, not as a friend anymore as before, but he's praying with fear and with wonder. He's very much astonished. And Arjuna is acknowledging that whatever I'm seeing, he's accepting, everything is fine, the plan of God, the will of God should prevail. And in this regard, it is also mentioned that devotees are pleased with this, with whatever Krishna manifests and whatever destiny takes place. But the demons, they flee away. They become very scared in seeing the unsurmountable plan of God. And they don't want to accept it. When they become very fearful, they go away. Arjuna is also glorifying Krishna as he who is worshipable by everyone. He is the original person. He is all-knowing. He is above the modes of material nature. He is supreme both in this world and in the spiritual world. He is also Prapitamaha, which means the great grandfather. He's there even before Brahma, the creator of the universe. And also he compares Krishna, the universal form, to the air, because the air is present everywhere. There is air wherever we go. So Krishna is wherever we go. And then he's so impressed, he's offering obeisances from the front, from the back, from left, from right, totally astounded. And I'm completely shocked by the terrible form of God he has seen. And then, therefore, he asks for forgiveness. We can read the purport to text 41 and 42. These are very instructive words of Srila Prabhupada. Gaitari.
Hare Krishna. Although Krishna is manifested before Arjuna in his universal form, Arjuna remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. He is admitting that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form. Although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend, Arjuna did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, "O my friend, O Krishna, O Yadava," etc., without acknowledging his opulence. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. Such is the transcendental loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. The relationship between the living entity and Krishna is fixed eternally. It cannot be forgotten, as we can see from the behavior of Arjuna. Although Arjuna has the opulence in the universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna.
And you. So, yes, in fact, we see in this purport, there are two important points to underline: that Arjuna preferred his relationship as a friend because that's his eternal relationship with Krishna, but because he was so shocked with the universal form, after seeing it, he was asking forgiveness in case he went too far in his friendship. His friendship has been constrained by the impression caused by the universal form. But Srila Prabhupada also mentions another very important point, is that the loving reciprocation between Krishna and the devotee is preferable to Krishna than the show of power he may present, like in this case, to any devotee who asks for revelation of the universal form. We will see later on in the chapter that devotees do not prefer to see the universal form. They prefer to have a loving personal exchange with Krishna. It is much more pleasant to the heart of the devotees, generally speaking. Then again, Arjuna is glorifying Krishna, saying that he is the Supreme Father, he is the greatest, he is transcendental to everything in this world, to the three modes of material nature, and to any limitations we find in the material world. And his activities and his form are completely transcendental. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport to text 43 that to follow Krishna's principles is the best course of action for a devotee. And actually nobody can question Krishna's order. His order is supreme. In text 44, Arjuna is asking Krishna to tolerate whatever wrongs he has committed. And if anyone likes to read the short purport, please unmute yourself and you can read. Rani? Rani Mataji, you have to unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna. Krishna devotees relate to Krishna in various relationships. One might treat Krishna as a son, or one might treat Krishna as a husband, as a friend, or as a master. Krishna and Arjuna are related in friendship, as the father tolerates, or the husband or a master tolerates, or Krishna tolerates.
Thank you. So Krishna loves his devotees and therefore he will tolerate whatever that may appear to be disturbing to him. Krishna is not disturbed. As a mother, for instance, the mother will not be disturbed by cleaning the stool of the baby because she loves the baby. So she is happy to do that. So she will tolerate, for her, it's no problem at all. So like that, and Krishna will tolerate whatever shortcomings devotees may have or whatever apparent transgression in the personal relationship in terms of respect. Krishna will tolerate because he loves his devotees. So, okay, so we will yes, so this is what we, in this section from 32 through 44, we have seen Krishna's instructions in order to make us his instruments, and also Arjuna's prayers to Krishna after Krishna explains his mission. And then this question has been answered in reference to the Kala Rupa, the form of eternal time. What is this terrific form and what is his purpose? So Krishna says that this is the form of time, and time destroys all human beings, and in this particular context, all the warriors with the exception of the Pandavas. We will do a group exercise, but before that, let's check a little bit like what else has been explained in this section. In regards to becoming an instrument, Krishna has already a plan. So in this case, we see Purvameva means previously designed. Krishna is seeing past, present, and future, and he knows what the outcome is going to be. And ultimately, it is not Arjuna who is determining the destiny of the warriors in Kurukshetra, but it is Krishna's ultimate decision. And because Arjuna is Krishna's devotee, Krishna is asking him, you become an instrument. And similarly, Krishna is asking each one of us to become an instrument in his mission. So, and to become an instrument of Krishna is something that should be done out of love for Krishna, not because there is no other choice or there is no other solution. It should be out of love and affection. Otherwise, it won't be sustainable. And a devotee who does so gets the glory of whatever services the devotee offers. And Krishna is always there to give courage to the devotee, even in the midst of the greatest difficulties and the deepest doubts. And in Arjuna's prayers, we find these elements. So the prayers of Arjuna are mixed with feelings of fear and respect. He is glorifying the Lord's omnipotence, omniscience, and superiority, and hence offering obeisances to the Lord from all sides. And he's also asking forgiveness for having become too familiar to the Lord. And therefore he concludes bowing down again and asking for his mercy. So I have actually two exercises, but we will focus on this one. This is for groups. If Krishna Priya can prepare the groups, you will have about 12 minutes or so to discuss, 12 to 15 minutes to discuss this question. It is free will or predetermined destiny? So do we as individual souls have free will, or destiny is already written and whatever we do is not going to change? If there is a plan in the material world and everything moves according to the will of the time factor, Krishna is the time factor or the universal form, then where is it, our free will, where it is? Is it clear, the question? It's a deep topic for you to discuss. You have the question, you can write it. Yes, Kashish.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. I have already a question regarding this question that I want to ask that if like Krishna has designed the plan of our life, okay, then if something is happening according to like my parents, like I wanted to study, I'm given example, okay, I wanted to study further but my parents didn't allow me, or like in my past life, like in my life, I wanted something to do in sports, okay, but my parents didn't allow me to pursue that. So should I think that it is happening according to Krishna's plan, or it is just like my parents didn't allow, that's why I couldn't do it. But I wanted to do. So what should a person think about it? And there are many things that happens. I think for girls life, it is like it is a girl is dependent on parent in our country especially, and after that a woman is dependent on the husband. After that dependent, but means it is a woman is continue dependent. So what should a person think, that is it going according to Krishna's plan, and I shouldn't do any effort for that and stay silent? So that's the question.
Yeah, yes, but I think I can say something about this question, but maybe better that you have the discussion in your groups, because the exercise is related to your question to some extent. So you can
Yes.
have some discussion, and then the different groups can share what came up in their respective gatherings, and then we can discuss further. Is that okay?
Okay, Maharaj, as you say, thank you.
Krishna Priya Mataji, are you making the groups?
Yes, Maharaj.
Maharaj. Okay, fair enough.
So how
Maharaj,
many?
if I request, I think Bimla Prasad Prabhu should make it, because I have a problem to put time management in that meeting.
Okay,
In
okay.
that
How many groups do you need, Maharaj?
How many groups? How many devotees we have at the moment?
We have got 24. That leaves out you and me. 22.
22. So
Yeah.
let's make, I think three groups. They are a bit big, but it's okay. 7.
Three.
Okay. So three
Okay.
groups.
Okay, three groups. Fair enough. Three it is then. 12 minutes, right, Maharaj?
12 minutes, yes.
12 minutes for discussion. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. So please go
Yeah.
into your
Jump in,
respective.
jump in. Everybody jump in. Yes. रानी, ये रानी की तस्वीर है ना? वर्षा, रानी, दूसरे ज्वाइन इन। अच्छा, बाहर आ गए आप। रानी, दोनों में एक जैसी दिखाई दे रही है रानी, है? ग्रुप नंबर 1। जा, ज्वाइन कर। वर्षा माता जी, वर्षा, गुनगुन बाहर आ गए।
प्रभु जी डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई, बंद हो गया
ग्रुप में
Zoom।
थे, याद है? आई थिंक 2 में थे।
जी जी बिल्कुल।
ठीक, जाओ। Yes, ma'am. Everybody's in.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj.
I have
Yes,
one
Maharaj.
tomorrow it will be chapter 12.
Yes, Maharaj.
Will that be okay if I cover, because chapter 12 is short? If I
Yes,
cover,
it's smaller.
is that okay? Because on Wednesday I'm scheduled to fly to Canary Islands for preaching in
Yes,
Provo.
Maharaj.
So
Yes,
is it
Maharaj.
okay if I
Yes,
finish?
Maharaj. Absolutely okay. Absolutely
Okay.
okay. It's okay, Maharaj. It's been really an honor, Maharaj, to host you. It's like the devotees. I spoke to a couple of devotees this weekend. I'll let you know the outcome, because this is being recorded. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
Maharaj.
good. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
How did your discussions go? Maybe a spokesperson from each group can summarize what happened.
Yes, Maharaj, everybody is back.
Yes. So, who likes to give feedback from different groups? Did you select a person, or one member who is more outspoken can share with the class? Yes, Sundar?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. So I have to clarify this debate, right?
Yes, to summarize how the discussion go.
Okay. So we
And
had
yes,
we had 2 points. Is there a pre-planned destiny or is there a will? So what we feel we discussed in our room, uh, both works in this material world. Sometimes it's a free will, sometimes it's a pre-planned destiny. Where free will works like if I have a two options and if I'm doing simply, if I summarize, when we do karma in this birth, in this life, this is the our free will, and what we face, sometimes harsh or sometimes good things we face. So these are pre-planned destiny which are decided in our according to our previous birth. So and if I go deeply, like if I have a two options, sorry, if I have a two options somewhere and I have to choose one, there I will get free will. And if I am getting something like unintentionally, that's my pre-planned destiny. So sometimes we do karma even unintentionally, like I gave a example in my guru. If my friend forcefully bring me in a temple, that's my pre-planned destiny. And that's my maybe a past karma, so which brought me in a temple. And like if I have two options, like if I have to go cinema and I can go to cinema and I can get go to temple. I have two options, but I choose to go to temple. So there will be my free will. So sometimes destiny works and sometimes free will works. That's it.
okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing the outcomes of your discussion. Let's hear the other two groups, and then we can together all class
Hare
discuss.
Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes,
Uh,
Maharaj.
I'm from the group that Sundar presented. Prabhuji, I want to add a shlok on that. The Bhagavad Gita shlok from chapter 2, verse 47. In this, there is a main highlight that this verse highlight the right to perform duties without claiming the results, not seeing oneself as the cause of outcomes, and avoiding inaction. Means in this verse, they also said that we should do our actions, we should act, but we not attached to results. Uh, we should leave on destiny. So this, I think this is also related with this, maybe.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Good point. Thank you. Kashish Mataji, you wanted to give input, I guess, from another group.
Yes, Maharaj, Hare Krishna. In our group we have discussed so far, like it is, I think it is a confusion that these both are working together. Like Krishna has already planned for life, like we have done in our past life karmas. So Krishna has that giving us the result of that karma. So that is the predestined and predetermined destiny. So, and we have the free will to do for our future life. Like if we have the two paths, the wrong and the right, so I'm free to choose the anything. So Krishna, in that way, Krishna is giving us the free will for choosing the paths, and so that is the both criteria. Like we are also by the our past time karmas, we have already determined the destiny. Krishna has pre-planned all these things and free will also. So that is the
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
like
Good.
I
Good.
want to give an example. Like if I wanted to, if I'm studying for a particular degree to get this, and this is my free will. How hard I am studying and how serious I am or focused I am. This is according to this study. But for the exam, Krishna is like the holder of my life. Whatever he wants to give me, he will give.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So in both groups, good points are coming up. Later on, we can discuss a little bit more. Thank you very much. Let's hear the third group. What was the discussion about? Gaitari.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, the conclusion of our group is that destiny is predominant. Like the things written in destiny are going to be happen no matter what the condition is. Like Krishna said Arjuna that you have choice, either you kill them or not, but they are already killed by either by you or either by someone else. And Arjuna have free will to become an instrument of Krishna, because if Arjuna do the things that Krishna is suggesting him, he is following the principle of the divine, and if he don't do it, it's his choice. But if we follow the principle or the things that are suggested by us by the divine, our free will be happy and we will be satisfied and we will be glorified. Like if Arjuna kill them and win the battle, then he will be glorified and he had the chance to enjoy the kingdom. And if he don't, then he will be suggested as a darpok or a kaya person. Like, so we both have things, we have free will and we have destiny which is already determined. If like if we have choice how to do things, because we have choice like how we can show these things in our attitude, in our behavior, but we have to do this thing. But destiny is predominant. Like, okay, enough. I'm confused. Enough.
Yes, good. Thank you. Good points. Yes, good points. Well done. So yes, Sundar Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Maharajji, I have a question with Kashish Mataji's point. Like she gave example, uh, if I am doing hard working in during exams and but my results depends on Krishna, then uh, our hard working doesn't matter. Like if I'm like what we have listened since childhood, if you work hard you will get the success or you will get a good result. So if Krishna has done everything, like Krishna has designed everything and Krishna has planned everything, our hard working doesn't matter, or it matters somewhere, or it's somewhere it's a pre-planned. Like I'm bit confused, and can you clear please?
Yes, something important to keep in mind. If you look at the Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 34, in which Prabhupada explains that the mission of the Lord is to get the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. So that's the preferred choice for the Lord. In the same time, because He has given us free will as individual souls, and love cannot be forced, love is voluntary. So we have we have the free will to choose to follow Krishna and to become his direct instrument, or we have the free will to remain loitering in the material world, birth after birth, from body to body, and experiencing the results of our different karmas. And of course, when we are conditioning our free will within the conditioned state is quite limited in that we are very much affected by the modes of material nature, by passion and ignorance. So always our actions will be very much limited in that regard. So it's important to keep in mind the big picture that Krishna sees beyond our little worlds of illusion, the world of Maya, where we can have our little choices, but actually this is, from Krishna's viewpoint, this is it's very small in that, I mean, things can change. It's like, for instance, if we take a GPS, you have GPS in Pakistan, right? So the
Yes,
GPS
Maharaj.
tells you, you go right, and you say, no, I will not follow the GPS, and you go left. So then the GPS will reprogram and tell you, okay, go that direction, depending where you have chosen where you want to go. So Krishna is, they are always helping according to our desires. So in that sense, we have the free will because we express our desires. And then Krishna is helping, and we can change our directions and decisions. But ultimately, Krishna wants us to go back home, back to Godhead. And of course, the question may be raised, but does Krishna know whether we go back to Godhead or not? He may know, but we still have our free will. He is omniscient, he knows everything, but we have our free will. So he may see, that soul is going to choose this or that. He may see it, but still we have our free will. So both factors are coexisting. Like the example, the group Gaitari was speaking, representing the group, was speaking nicely, saying that Arjuna had the choice to participate or not to participate. And Krishna showed him that anyway this is going to happen. They're going to die. So Krishna was inspiring Arjuna to be part of the battle because he wanted him to win the glory of the battle. Damini?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, I have a question like as it's predominant, it's pre-planned. So does it depends upon our karmas? Like we are free to do anything. We want to do this. It depends upon us what we are doing. So does the pre-plan depend upon our free will?
It's synchronized. Ultimately, it is synchronized because we are part of Krishna. So Krishna is supreme. So he knows what each and every part of him, of his energies, are inclined to. So in that sense, there is synchronization between the two. But from our viewpoint, we still have the free choice to put ourselves under the shelter of Krishna's internal energy, the spiritual potency, or to put ourselves under the shelter of the material energy. And then then that's basically, that's why Srila Prabhupada writes in different parts of his books about minute independence. So our independence, we have independence, but it is minute. We can choose to be connected to the internal potency or to be connected to the external potency. And then these potencies will make us act as instruments of Krishna in whatever capacity we have chosen. Is this answering the question?
Yes, Prabhu, but yes, Maharaj, but still I am confused. Like, how our predestiny is decided. This is our destiny.
Yeah, predestined is very much connected to our previous desires and actions. So that's there. That's very much, that connection is there. And of course, Krishna also may have a plan to fulfill. And then if we put ourselves as instruments, surrender to him, then he will use us in one way. If we put ourselves in a different capacity for material purposes, then he may use us in a different way. Ultimately, we are instruments. We are not independent by nature. We are depending, as much as the finger is depending on the whole body. The finger cannot say, I am independent of the body. If the finger cuts itself from the body, it's finished, isn't it? So if we cut ourselves from Krishna, we are finished. Our nature is to depend on Krishna, who is the complete whole. He's complete, and we are sparks of Krishna. That's why it is better that we use the free will to surrender to Krishna. I don't know, I think Kashish has the question you asked before. Has this discussion give some answer to your question or not yet?
Still confusing. Like, I want to ask particular, like, if a person is dependent on someone, because in this material life, we are just dependent on each other. So if a person is dependent on the family member, like a husband, if I want to do something for in my life, and my husband, if I'm giving this example, so my husband doesn't allow me, or any one of my family member doesn't allow me to do something, so should I think for that, this is Krishna's plan, so I shouldn't do any effort for this, and I shouldn't ask again for this, or what should I think? That this is confusing.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends. Krishna's plan is Krishna's preferred plan, because he's giving us the choice. But Krishna's preferred plan is that we develop a pure loving relationship with him. That's his preference. But we have the free will to go for it or not. We can choose that. And then whatever happens in the material world as a result of our previous actions and desires, so that's part of a path to bring us to wake up to our original constitutional position as servants of Krishna. So ultimately, Krishna wants us to go back home, back to Godhead. But he will give us the freedom to go or not to go. He will not force us. That's his prerogative. He has, by nature, the jivas have this Icha Shakti, or the potency of will, so we can choose. And then, okay, if the parents if you say if the husband or the parents don't give the freedom, should I argue or not? You have to ask Krishna for intelligence, and Krishna will give you intelligence what to do. It's like I told you the first day, I told you my story when I was 4. My parents didn't allow me to go to the temple, but still I found Krishna gave me the intelligence to go. I didn't tell them immediately, but I was still associating with devotees. So my free will is, I thought it's better to answer to Krishna's call. Krishna is calling me. I should answer to Krishna's call, and than to be an obedient child to my parents. So I don't mean to say that now you become a rebel at home and create havoc. I'm not saying that. Only you have to see what will please Krishna the most. What will be pleasing to Krishna? Sometimes is to just accept, okay, and now I have to wait. It's not the time. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have to wait. It's not the time, or it's not my time. And then time will come. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
Is that okay? Or
Yes, thank you.
okay, let's read. We have half an hour. Let's read the next verses. I'm just looking at the chat. There is a comment by Niha Kundanani. I think we should not confuse ourselves. We should think in a way that I am doing this as Krishna wants me to do. That is his plan. Good, that's a good point. Yeah, we should connect things to Krishna. Otherwise, we are trying to be free in the world where we are interdependent. We are not independent by nature. As the example I gave of the finger. The finger is subjected to the whole body, cannot be independent, maybe interdependent with the rest of the body. The finger gives food, and then the rest of the body gives also nourishment to the fingers. Okay, let's read the next verses from 45 through 55. So who likes to read, please?
May I, Maharaj?
Yes, please.
Text 45. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. Text 46. O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form, with helmeted head and with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. Text 47. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you by my internal potency this supreme universal form within this material world. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. Text 48. O best of Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances can I be seen in this form in the material world. Text 49. You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbance. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Text 50. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displaced his real four-armed form and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. Text 51. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature. Text 52. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are never seeking the opportunity to see this form which is so dear. Text 53. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. Text 54. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Text 55. My dear Arjuna, he who engage in pure devotional service, free from the contamination of fruitive activities, mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, these are very important verses. Arjuna he had enough of seeing the universal form, was pretty intense for him, and now he wants to see again Krishna in his original form. And he does so going first through the Narayana four-arm form of the Lord. And one important teaching in this section, which Srila Prabhupada emphasizes in several purports in these verses, is that the two-handed form of Krishna is supreme. This form is the origin of the Narayana forms in Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world, and also of the universal form, as Arjuna has seen. So there are like different steps given here. First, Arjuna has requested Krishna to withdraw his universal form. And when this form is going to be transformed into the Chaturbhuja, the four-handed form of Narayana, it becomes clear, Krishna states, that this universal form had not been seen before, because normally in the material world, no one is able to see it unless Krishna gives special eyes to see. Srila Prabhupada speaks about divine eyes, indicating that this is the vision from the great sages and demigods. And even so, unless Krishna gives the power, it is not possible to be seen, because we saw in the previous section as well, the section we discussed last week, we saw that Krishna showed the form to the demigods and to other witnesses only when he showed it to Arjuna. So it is quite an extraordinary experience to get to see the universal form of Krishna. And therefore Krishna is saying that even by studying the Vedas or performing yajnas or by charity or different types of pious activities and penances, it is not possible to see the universal form in the material world. In several purports, Srila Prabhupada underlines that Krishna had to activate his internal potency to allow Krishna to see the universal, to allow Arjuna to see the universal form. And then on Arjuna's request, Krishna takes up the Narayana form with the 4 divine symbols of God in the Lord of Vaikuntha, the club, the chakra, the lotus flower, the conch shell. And also, Srila Prabhupada gives the example that when Krishna took birth from his parents in Mathura, Vasudeva and Devaki, he first manifested the Narayana form to show them that he is Narayana. He has the powers of Narayana. They shouldn't think he's a little child who cannot protect himself. Krishna wanted to show this to them. So that also to appease them, because they were very fearful of Kamsa, who had killed many children, 6 of their children. So similarly here, Krishna is manifesting his Narayana form. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport to text 55 that the universal form of Krishna, which is a temporary manifestation, and the form of time, which devours everything, and even the form of Vishnu, 4-handed, have all been exhibited by Krishna. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all these manifestations. And Krishna, and Srila Prabhupada concludes, Krishna's form is essential and supreme. And therefore, it is particularly beautiful, and the term Saumyam Rupa is mentioned in verse 51, and it is Sudur Darshan. So if it was difficult to see the universal form, to see Krishna's personal form and to recognize him as the supreme object of love is even more difficult. And then the question may be raised, then how it is possible to achieve that. If we are ambitious in life, so we want to go for the greatest attainment, so we want to see Krishna's 200 form. So Krishna and Srila Prabhupada revealed in different purports. Here we have 2 samples of purports, and Krishna is revealing it in text 54, that only through bhakti it is possible. Bhaktya tu ananyaya sakya ahameva vidho Arjuna yatum drastum chatatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. So only through undivided devotional service it is possible to understand all the mysteries of Krishna. So pure devotional services and pure love for Krishna are the keys to get the revelation of Krishna's personal form. And now this question may be raised: what are the instructions on devotional service from purport to verse 1155, in which Srila Prabhupada's mood and mission are visible. Any thoughts on that? Srila Prabhupada's mood and mission are manifested in many of his purports. You can go to your books and look through it. The purport is a bit big. If you did the reading, you may took some notes and you like to underline. Yes, Shobha?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. As Srila Prabhupada said, our mode and mission is first mission is to go back to Godhead. Like in 11.55, page number 532, in the third paragraph, there is written that Srila Prabhupada clearly states that if anyone wants to execute unalloyed devotional service, he must be freed from all kinds of material contamination. He must be freed from the association of persons who are addicted to fruitive activities and mental speculation. It means we should be freed from all the material contamination, our material desires, and all the material opulences, and we should accept the divine truth, divine personality of Godhead, and do the good karmas and do some spiritual activities and perform the good devotional service and all the good activities as we go back to Godhead.
Good point. Very good. Any other points? Haitari?
Basically, in this report, the essence of Bhagavad Gita is written, and this is one. If one knows what is his goal, he can do things to achieve that goal. And our goal is to go to back to Godhead or go to Vaikuntha. And how can we go to Vaikuntha? By doing Krishna karmas. Krishna karmas means transferring our entire energy in doing service of Krishna or doing things that can satisfy Krishna. So by doing things or by satisfying Krishna or following the rules of scripture, we can be able to go to the God back to Godhead or to the Vaikuntha. So by doing Krishna karmas, simply that is the thing.
Very good point. And Srila Prabhupada actually developed his movement by engaging all kinds of people in Krishna karma, in the work of Krishna, doing missionary work and establishing temples and publishing books, printing the books, distributing them, also preparing Krishna Prasad, distributing to thousands of people and so on. Krishna Priya?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. The point which I want to add from the purport is that mood and mission, we should be friendly to everyone for preaching Krishna consciousness, as Prabhupada is mentioning in this purport. And he said that this is the most important benefit or the only benefit we can give it to the society or the human beings who are suffering from material disease. So we should have that mood to be friendly and the mission to preach Krishna consciousness and spread Krishna consciousness to human beings.
Good, very good, thank you. And then Mehat Mulani is writing in the chat, Prabhupada's mission is to make everyone a pure devotee by engaging all activities only for Krishna through devotion, preaching, and surrender. Very good points. Yes, very good contributions you have made. Let me see what I had in my screen. Yes, we find in this verse these instructions you mentioned, I think all of them or most of them, bhakti should be performed with purity. Bhakti should be free from karma and jnana, from other desires, and from the wrong associations. All the activities of the devotee should be offered to Krishna, so that's Krishna karma. And then Krishna must be the goal of life, and devotees should be friendly to everyone, nirvaira, and to bring them back home, back to Godhead, which is ultimately Krishna's desire. Any questions on this last section of the chapter, or whatever is missing from the whole chapter? Krishna Priya?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a question from text 45 purport. I'm just confused in some terms. Here
Yes.
Prabhupada is saying in the purport that this universal form is material and temporary as the material world is temporary. So I have a question, like even if when Krishna comes in this material world, like Prabhupada is saying that Krishna's universal form is material and temporary because it is in this material world. So when Krishna appears in this material world, like Srimad Bhagavatam also says that material world never touched Krishna. So how this universal form of Krishna, which is the form of Krishna, just by being in the material world, it becomes material. If the material world naturally don't does not touch Krishna or affect Krishna. So this is one of my confusion, Maharaj.
Yes, like Krishna's Satchitananda form, eternal, fully conscious and full of bliss, Satchitananda Rupa, that form is not affected by the changes of the material world. We learn in chapter 8 that the material universes are manifested and annihilated again and again. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Again and again there is creation and annihilation. So this is the universal form becomes visible in this way. And the forms are mutating, like even like when the Kala Rupa is acting, what is the Kala Rupa doing? It is destroying everything and everyone. So therefore the form is referred to as material because it takes place in the material sphere. But Krishna's transcendental form, even when he comes to the material world to call the conditioned souls who are ready back home, back to Godhead, his form is completely transcendental. It's not affected by the changes of the material world. Even if it may appear that but Krishna is taking birth as a little child, and then Krishna has a disappearance lila. So it appears that there is a beginning and an end, but this is just like the sunrise and the sunset. The sun continues to exist, even there is sunrise and sunset. To our eyes, it appears that the sun is finished, but actually the sun continues totally transcendental to our perceptions.
So like we can come to the conclusion like it is material because it is temporary, right, Maharaj?
Yes, exactly. That's why Srila Prabhupada refers to the universal form as a temporary manifestation of God.
Okay. And last, Maharaj, I want
Because
to understand.
whatever it is perceived within the boundaries, so to say, the boundaries of time in this material world, past, present, and future, it is temporary. It's like a dream.
So, and last, the lines in the same purport, the last two lines, according to the different hands these four things are held in, the Narayanas are variously named. all of these forms are with. So this line I'm not understanding, Maharaj. Like, according to the different hands, these four things are held in. The Narayanas are variously named.
Yes, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a description of different expansions of Narayana and how the different transcendental items Lord Narayan is carrying, the conch shell, the club, the chakra, the lotus flower, are positioned in different hands. And then each of the expansions have different names. I think there is a list of 24 expansions which are mentioned in Lord Chaitanya's instructions to Sanatana Goswami. You find this in Madhya Lila in the chapters. I will have to check the exact chapter, but it's chapters 20 to 24 in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila.
Thank you so much.
So there are many forms of Narayana with different expressions and different details are manifested. Like here, this example is given that the four hands carry the symbols different ways.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Meha?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I don't have a question about these, but I have a confusion. Can you elaborate the Krishna's plenary system like Garbhodeshai, Vishnu, or like these? I have a confusion between them. Can you elaborate this?
You mean the three Vishnus, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakashaya Vishnu?
Yes.
That's what you're asking about? Yes, these are these three incarnations of Krishna are called Purusha avatars. So the Purusha avatars, they manifest and sustain the universes, the material universes. So from Mahavishnu has two main functions. With his glands, he impregnates the Mahatattva, the material energy, with the individual souls, the jivas, and then the material energy becomes activated. The example is given like the father impregnates the mother, and then the children take birth. So similarly, Krishna is the father of the universe in the form of Mahavishnu, with his glands impregnates material nature, and then material nature becomes activated and all the living entities become manifested. And also from the pores of his transcendental body of Mahavishnu, innumerable material universes become manifest. So this will be the first of the three Vishnus. Then he expands into Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and in this form, he enters into each and every one of the universes. And from Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Lord Brahma is born. And then he becomes the secondary creator of the universe with whatever ingredients he has received from Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, who is known as the super soul of the whole universe. And then he expands again in a third Purusha incarnation known as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, who enters into each and every atom of the universe, and also he is within each and every individual soul who has come to the material world. He is our Chaitya Guru. He is ready to give us instructions as much as we are willing to receive them. Otherwise, he is giving us guidance according to our choices, to our desires. So this is like a summary explanation of these three Vishnus. Is this answering your question?
Yes, but Maharaj, I have another question that when I read a Bhagavad Gita, that shloka, but I can't remember the number. He has written in the Mahatattva word. Can you elaborate this word? Mahatattva.
The total material energy. In the beginning, when it is the elements are not differentiated, it's called the pradhana, and then afterwards the elements become visible. So it is generally known as prakriti. So Mahatattva refers to the total material energy, which Mahavishnu impregnates. Okay, so
Thank you, Maharaj.
it's time to end today's class. For tomorrow, please prepare chapter 12. Chapter 12 is short. It's only 20 verses, only about 20 pages or so, not very long purpose. So tomorrow we will complete our sections. So we should be ready, prepare well for chapter 20. Sorry, 12, which is only 20 verses.
Thank you so very much, Maharaj.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
God is
Krishna
Krishna
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Maharaj.
हरे कृष्णा। तो कल खत्म हो जाएगा, देख लिया ना, कल आखिरी दिन है। बाकी भी जो क्या कहते हैं आपके है ना, क्या कहते हैं दोस्त भाई बहन जो सारे यहाँ से भागे हुए हैं, उनको कल पकड़ के ले आना। कल ट्यूसडे है, कल खत्म हो जाएगा, वेडनेसडे तक नहीं जाएगा। वेडनेसडे वैसे ही छुट्टी मिल जाएगी, मतलब वेडनेसडे वैसे ही छुट्टी मिल जाएगी, कल छुट्टी ना करें, आ जाए, ठीक है। कल फिनिश हो जाएगा एकदम। अब जब फिनिश होगा ना तब एकदम से, जब तक जब चल रहा होता है तब तो आते नहीं है। जब फिनिश हो जाए तो उसके बाद हाय हाय करना शुरू कर देते हैं, चले गए, खत्म हो गया, बुरा लग रहा है, कल पकड़ के ले आना। ठीक है, ओके। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.